Okay, first of all, good morning to all of you. By the use of grade God, grade Vaigu, let us start the today's session. Last time we have done the refractive index. We have done the refractive index. That is mu is equal to C upon V. What is the refractive index? Refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in free space to the speed of light in a medium. To the speed of light in a medium. Sean, can you switch off the fan? Okay, it's a ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in a medium. So what are the units of mu? Naga, what are the units of mu? It has no units. It has no units. It is dimensionless quantity. It is the dimensionless quantity. Mu has no units. Mu is a dimensionless quantity. It is simply a number. It is simply a number. It has no dimensional formula. It has no dimensional formula. Okay. Actually, what is the physical significance of this refractive index? If the medium has a greater value, what is the refractive index of air? Refractive index of air is 1. If any medium has a greater value of refractive index, it simply suggests that the medium is an optical tensor medium and the speed of light will be somehow less. If the value of refractive index for any medium is less, what does it suggest? It suggests the medium is optical error medium and the speed of light will somehow increase. Okay, so mu is proportional to V. If the V is more, mu is less. V is more, mu is less, and if V is less, mu is. Okay, so today we will discuss the, have you done the reflection of light earlier? The phenomena reflection of light and refraction of light. Have you done this? Now have you done this? No. No. I will start from the reflection of light. What's the meaning of reflection of light? What's the meaning of reflection of light? See, this is the interface of two media. This is the interface of the two media. And let us say this is medium number 1 and this is medium number 2. This medium is, let us say, air. This medium is, let us say, medium can be anyone. It can be water. It can be glass. Okay, can be anyone. So this is mu1 refractive index. This is mu2, and obviously mu1 is less than mu2. Let us say this medium is glass, we can say, okay, or water. What is the refractive index of water? That is 1.33. So obviously, if it is a water, then 1 is less than 1.33. Okay. Now what will happen? So this is, we can say, this is a denser medium. This is a rarer medium. This is optical denser medium. This is optical rarer medium. Why it is optical denser medium? Peter, why it is optical denser medium? Why it is called optical denser medium? Because it has the, sorry, this is rarer medium. This is denser medium. Sorry. because it has a lesser value of refractive index and it has a greater value of more value of refractive index, that is why it is a denser medium. Now what will happen when a ray of light will incident on the interface of two boundary? What will happen? Basically the phenomena is it's a phenomena of a bouncing back of light in the same medium. It's called a reflection of light. But actually how it happens, I will tell you. This is called the incident ray. This is called the incident ray. This point is called a point of incidence. This point is called a point of incidence. Let us say this is A, this is O. At point O, what I will do? I will draw a normal. I will draw a normal. Normal to what? Normal to surface. Normal to the surface. So this angle is 90. This angle is 90. This angle is 90. This angle is 90. Normal. It's normal to surface. Normal to surface. Okay. So this is normal. I will write this is normal. This is normal. Okay. Now this angle AO is called incident ray. AO is called incident ray, and the angle between the incident ray and normal is called I. Is called I. And angle I is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, and it is the angle between the incident ray and normal. Okay. Now what will happen? The light will be reflected back in the same medium. With some angle. Let us say this angle is R and this is OB. OB is called reflected ray. OB is called reflected ray. I will raise this. OB is called reflected ray. This is called incident ray. OB is called reflected ray. Okay. And R is called angle of reflection. Okay. Angle of reflection. Angle of reflection is the angle between the reflected ray and normal. And angle of incidence is the I is the angle of incidence between the incident ray and normal. R is the angle of reflection between the incident ray and normal. Okay, Peter. So what is law of reflection? Law of reflection is angle I is equal to angle R. Angle I is equal to angle R. This is called a law of reflection. This is called law of. Okay. Now have you done it? Done this earlier or not? Done this. So, but what is the basic condition for that? This will hold only when this incident ray, normal and reflected ray all are lying in the same plane. Okay. Incident ray, normal and reflected ray are lying the same plane. Are lying in the. This is called simply the law of reflection. Okay, bouncing back of light in the same medium. Bouncing back of light in the same medium at the interface of two medium. What is O? O is called point of incidence. What is OA? O is called incident ray. What is OB? OB is called reflected ray. What is OC? OC is called normal. OC is called normal. OC is normal. What is I? Angle of incidence between incident ray and normal. What is angle R? Angle of reflection between reflected ray and normal. This is simple story of law of reflection. And the important condition is this one. Second is the important condition. If the plane will change, what will happen? If the plane will change, what will happen? Then angle I will not equal to angle R. Are you getting a point? A all are lying in the plane of the board. If somehow this light will come out from this plane like this, then angle I will not equal to angle R. Okay? So this is a simple story of reflection of light. Any doubt on this part? Should I proceed further for the reflection of light? Can you got this? Tafasma, okay, it's okay. Boltzmann, Shaun, Abel, why are you late? Why are you late today again? Yes, okay, for the dress. Looking good. Gentleman. Zimbabwe gentleman? Zimbabwe, you are from the Zimbabwe? Yes. Liberia? Nigeria. Okay. Nigerian gentleman. Can you have this? This part? Now we come to the next refraction of light. Refraction of light. Okay. Refraction of light is simply the, what is refraction of light? It's a bending of light. It's a bending of light when light passes from one medium to the another. Okay. See, let us say this is medium number 1, this is medium number 2. It is, let us say mu1, this is mu2. Let us say initially mu1 is mu less than mu2. So this medium is rare medium, denser medium. Let us say this is air. Let us say this is our water. So this is our rare medium. This is our denser medium. Okay. What will happen when the light will strike? When the light will incident at the boundary of the two media, what will happen? What will happen? This is called a point of incidence, and I will draw a normal. This is called a normal. And this angle I is, and this angle I is called angle of incidence. This is called the incident ray. This is called a normal. What will happen when light passes from this medium air to water? This is medium, denser medium. What will happen? It will bend. It will bend. But how it will bend? How it will bend? See, when there is a simple rule. When light passes from rare medium to denser medium, then it will bend towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal. But how it bends, I will tell you. See, if the light will not bend, then this would be the actual path. This would be the actual path. Now see, this is normal. So this arrow shows bending towards the normal, and this arrow shows bending away from the normal. This is towards normal, and this is away from the normal. So how the light will bend? So what is the reason for the bending of light? What is the basic reason for the bending of light? See, when the light will penetrate, when the light passes from rare medium to denser medium, see this is a denser medium, so it means it will offer more obstruction to the speed of light. It will offer more opposition to the speed of light, so the speed of light will decrease. And when the speed of light will decrease, there will be slow down of speed of light. Then it will be slightly bent. It will be slightly bent. And how it bends? It is bending towards the normal. It is bending towards the normal. So this is how it bends. So now I can have this. This is just for the sake of simplicity to understand the things. So this angle is called the angle R. This is called OB is called a refracted ray. OB is called a refracted ray. This is called incident ray. Incident ray, refracted ray. And this angle R is called angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. I will write here. Okay. What is angle I? Angle of incidence. What is R? Angle of refraction. Okay, and this is also called as Snell's law. Mu is equal to sin I upon sin R. Snell's law. Okay, sine of incidence angle to the sine of the refraction angle, that will be equal to the refractive index, and that will be equal to the constant. That will be equal to the constant value. Because it is a number, so that will be giving me the value of the refractive index. Okay, Snell's law. The basic rule is, I will write here, ray to denser medium, when light passes from ray to denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and when light passes from denser medium to rarer medium, it is bent away from the, it is bending away from the normal. Okay. Rarer to denser medium bends towards the normal. Okay, and if denser to rarer medium bends away from the normal. Okay, please write the correct. This is the basic rule. This is the basic rule. Rarer to denser medium bends towards the normal. Denser to rarer medium bends away from the normal. I'll give the example of it. Can I have this? Now let us say that this is denser medium. This is denser medium. This is the rarer medium. And let us say that light will go from denser to rarer medium. What will happen? I will draw a normal at this point of incidence. This is a normal. This is the normal. And this angle is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. Now see, this is the real path. This is the real path of light. This arrow shows towards the normal, and this arrow shows away from the normal. So what would happen? Since it travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it will bend in this region, in this away from the normal. So this will be the action. Okay. This is called angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. Are you getting this? This is called angle of incidence. This is called angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. Bending away from the normal. So you need not to cram the things. Just try to understand the things. Now these are the rays which are not automatically counted. It follows some certain rules. And what is the rule? Rays to denser medium bends towards the normal, and denser to rarer medium bends away from the. This is also called a refraction of light. This is also called a refraction of light. Okay. This is mu1. This is mu2, and mu1 is greater than. It can be water. It can be water. It can be air. It can be air. Okay. This medium can be water, and this medium can be. How much time is left? 10 minutes. Okay. Now the next topic is total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Have you done this earlier or not? Have you done this? Where? Total internal reflection topic. Total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Okay. Total internal reflection. Now, what is the meaning of total internal reflection? Total means total. Internal means internally. Reflection means all the things, all the reflection is happening internally. So the name itself suggests. How it happens, I will tell you. Let us say this is a denser medium, and let us say this is the rarer medium. When the light passes from denser medium to rarer medium, what will happen? This is called a normal. This is called a normal, and this angle is called a angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. Now what will happen? See, this is the actual path. This is normal. Actual. Okay. This is bending towards the normal. This is bending away from the normal. Okay. So how the light will bend? It will bend in this region or in this region? In this region. Why? The rule is when the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So it will bend like this. Okay. This is the first light. This is the first light. The second part. Let us say this angle I has some value. This angle I has some value. Now I have increased the value of I, angle of incidence. In the second case, let us say these are 20 degree. Now I have increased from 20 to 24 or 25 degree. Now I have increased. This is I. So the light will bend like this. Okay. It means as I increase the angle I, the angle of refraction also increases. As this is called R. As I increase the I, the angle of refraction also increases. See, R also increases. I increase I, the angle of refraction will also increase. And in the third diagram, what will happen? And the third diagram, what will happen? At this angle, I is equal to IC. This IC is called a critical angle. This IC is called a critical angle. This light will travel along this path. Okay, this will bend like this, and at some stage, it will travel along the surface. When this stage happens, when this stage occurs, at this point, this angle of incidence is called a critical angle. It's called the critical angle. Are you getting my point? So, what is critical angle? Critical angle is the angle of incidence at which the refracted light, this is the refracted light. The refracted light will travel along the surface. travel along the surface of the boundary. Surface of the boundary. Now in the fourth diagram, if I further increase the angle, what will happen? What will happen? See, what will happen? It will come in the same medium. It will come in the same medium. So, are you getting the point? So that is why it is called and this is called critical angle. Angle just greater than critical angle. Angle just greater than the critical angle. So this phenomenon is called total internal reflection. This is called denser medium. This is called rarer medium. It means there are two essential conditions for the total internal reflection phenomenon to take place. First is light must travel from denser medium to rarer medium. Denser medium to rarer medium. Second, this angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle. I must be greater than critical angle. And what is IC? I is angle of incidence. And what is IC? Critical angle. And this phenomenon is called total internal reflection. This phenomenon is called total internal reflection. Are you getting this point? Or I explain again? Again, see, when light travel from, see in the first diagram, when light travel from denser medium to the rarer medium, what will happen? It get refracted. It get refracted, and the refracted light bends away from the ground. Okay. Now I slowly increase the angle of incidence. What will happen? If I slowly angle of incidence, this angle of refraction also get increases. See, I increasing this angle also increases. And a state will come at this angle of incidence, this refracted light like this, and a stage comes when this refracted light get travel along the surface of the boundary, surface of the interface of the two medium. Okay. Now I further increase the angle. What will happen? This is I greater than IC. Now I further increase the angle of incidence, I greater than IC. What will happen? The light bends in the same medium. Light bends in the same medium. Denser to denser. So this occurs. So this phenomena occurs at what angle? When angle of incidence is greater than critical. It means there are two essential conditions for the total internal. So it is very important article, most important. It will definitely because it is somewhat unique article, somewhat different article. So what is total internal reflection? What are the two conditions? If somebody asks what are the two conditions for the TIR, it is also called TIR. In short, it is called a TIR. TIR means total internal reflection. If somebody asks in the Viva, what are the two basic conditions for the TIR to take place? What are the two basic conditions? First, light must travel from denser medium to the rarer medium. And the second, angle of incidence must be greater than the angle of critical angle. When angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle, then this light will reflected in the same medium. That is why it is called a reflection. It is not a refraction. It is a reflection. Total internal reflection. Now let us say this angle of reflection is 24. Let us say this angle of reflection is angle of critical angle is, let us say, 25. If I increase the angle 26, what will happen? See what will happen? This is I is equal to 25. Light is in this medium. Now I take I is equal to 26. I is equal to 26. Again, light will, okay, 27. It means all the light get reflected in the same. But if I take the angle less than 25 or 24, let us say I is 25. As 25, it will be travel along the same medium, and this angle will be 90. This angle will be 90. At critical angle, at I is equal to IC, at I is equal to IC, this refracted angle will be 90. Will be, okay. Okay, it means mu is equal to sin I upon sin R. When I is equal to IC, R will be 90. And what is sin 90? 1. So it means mu is equal to sin I. Okay. Okay. Now see, at 25 degree, the light will travel. At 25 degree, light will travel on the path. At 26, the light will bend in the same medium. Light will travel in the same medium. 27, light will reflected back in the same medium. 27, same medium. 28, same medium. So this is called a TIR. Whatever will light strike at this point, all the light will be reflected back in the same medium. That is, and this happens just because of the critical angle. Okay, if the angle is greater than critical angle, the second condition is the medium is light is traveling from denser medium to the rarer medium. And out, I can give you another example also. Let us say, see in this, let us say in this part I have a total 90 degree angles. I have total 90 degree angles. And let us say I is equal to IC is equal to, let us say, 25 degree. And each angle correspond to the one ray. This is 1 degree. This is 2 degree. It means 1 to 24 degree. It means when IC is 1 to 24 degree, it means how many rays are there? 24 rays are there. How many rays are there? 24 incident rays are there, and 24 incident rays will be reflected or refracted. It will get refracted. It will get refracted. 24 rays refracted. In which medium? Rarer medium. In a rarer medium. At 25th, and when I see 25th, at 25th degree, what will happen? At 25th degree, what will happen? This will travel along the surface of the boundary. And from 26 to 90, 26 to 90, let us say this is our 26 degree. It will come back in the same medium. 26, 27, 28. How many days will be there? 26, 27, 28, 29, 35 and 36, 65 rays will be there. It means in this medium, how many rays I am getting? I am getting a 65 rays corresponding to the 65 films. Corresponding to the 65 films. Sorry, not see when not 65 to 64, because when the light will incident at this angle, it will again, when the light will incident normally, again it will travel along the same path. So we are getting the 64 rays in this medium. And this phenomenon is called a TIR, total internal reflection. So what are the two basic conditions for the TIR to take place? The light must travel from denser medium to the rarer medium. So number 2, the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle. If the angle of incidence will be greater than critical angle, then and only then TIR will take place. Otherwise, TIR will not take place. Otherwise, refraction will take place. Are you getting my point? So I can write a point here. I can write a point here. See, When I is less than IC, what will happen? Refraction takes place. Refraction takes place. And when I is equal to IC, what will happen? Light will travel along the surface of object. Light will travel along surface of boundary, and angle R will be 90 degree. Angle R will be 90 degree. Angle of reflection will be 90 degree. When angle IC is greater than 90 degree, third case, this is load. 1, 2, 3. When I is greater than IC, what will happen? TIR will take place. TIR takes place. So this is the story. This is the story. I have summarized the whole article in these 3 points. Okay. Are you getting this? For I less than IC, reflection takes place. Refraction of light takes place. I is equal to IC. Light will travel along the surface of boundary, and angle R will be 90 degree. And when I is greater than IC, TIR will take place. And the whole light will travel in the same way. Okay. So thank you so much. So do you understand all the terms? Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. So tomorrow we'll take a new session. Thank you.